a bit of him already. He's been in fine form early in the season. And hopefully another good game today.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm asking, one of our cameramen is an ardent London Broncos fan, and he was delighted that he got the gig today. I asked him a question, what does success look like for the London Broncos today? And he said, look, this is a team that's not scoring many points and conceding loads. So from a fan's perspective, they want to see him chuck the ball around, get over that try line, build some confidence. My point of view, I think their front of defence has been terrible, opening 2 rounds, albeit against very good opposition. But it's those points right on first contact here where they're getting done. They're getting done and rolled very easily up the field, and you really need to address that as a matter of urgency.
They do indeed. Danny Houghton back into the team, missed last week's defeat at Warrington. And Hull already just short of the halfway line here. And Houghton gets it away. Sow moves it along. They're looking to attack down this Hull left-hand side. Just over the halfway line. Houghton uses the decoy, goes to Sow, 6 again. So ill discipline early on here from the Broncos. Yeah,
and that's the last thing they want, because that didn't look like a particularly strong defensive set for the opening one, and now they're going to have to do another bunch of tackles. This has been an area of concern from the London Broncos' right edge. Has leaked a lot of tries, 5 tries in 2 games.
20 metres away, finds Smith, who gets it away to Ashworth. Ashworth with a determined carry. And they're 10 metres away here, Hull, looking to get off to a great start. Walker's switch to this near side. There's Smith, though he'll turn it back. And they'll go towards the posts again. London hold firm. There's a little bit of a knock there. 5 metres away. Hull moving it to this near side, looking to get it to an edge. Here now is Martin going for the try line. He's tackled. 5 away, last one. McIntosh in at dummy half. Hull looking for points. Smith will kick high across the field. London need to get up. Ball knocked down. And it's going to be touchdown, but it was a knock-on. Hull couldn't gather it cleanly, and that will be the turnover, and maybe more by luck than management. London survives. Yeah, early warning shots there fired by Hull FC. They've got big rangy back rower in the shape of Jade Knockenbaugh, who got up but wasn't able to control the ball. The Broncos get a reprieve, but there's time off here as Dean Parata is receiving a bit of attention. I think he's going to have to come off here, and this is a nightmare start for Mike Eccles and the London Broncos. Dean Parata was joint championship player of the year last year. He's clearly picked up a head knock, and he's had to leave the field.
Time on. Hold! Go.
So a blow for the Broncos. An early change here. There's a great deal of concern on the sideline.
Well, there should be as well. I mean, he's been their top tackler. He's averaging 55 tackles a game, so he's really leading the way defensively. Don't forget, he picked up the joint winner of the championship player of the year last year as well. So he's a player of some qualities, Dean Parata.
He's indeed. He's making his way down the tunnel. London far side of the field have it.
Go 3, you got it.
And they're looking just to get out of their own end of the field. They really struggled against a big physical Catalans team last week. Signs early on here that they're going to have to roll their sleeves up as a big collision. Centre of the field. Last one. They need a kick from Meadows, who kicks downfield. Walker, miscontrols it. He'll be happy the ball only went a few yards behind him. He will bring it back. And that's a pretty good defensive chase there, following up the kick from the Broncos.
Yeah, and they see the danger that they've got in the backfield for Hull FC, but they've compounded it, haven't they? Reece Kennedy's given a penalty away, just too much in the ruck there. That backfield for Hull FC is impressive, isn't it, on paper? If not on recent form. I think Jack Walker did pretty well in Warrington last week. Matty Russell, short-term loanee from Warrington. We know what he gives you. Everybody know what he gives you out the backfield. And then the young lad on the other wing, Lewis Martin, I think has shone up pretty well in the opening 2 rounds. So they'll be really cautious about that. They'll need to make good kick chasing.
Yeah, they will. Houghton plays it centre field. So carries it over the halfway line. So London have already given away a couple of penalties, and they're inviting Hull into their territory here. McIntosh slicing across, finds a gap, looks to break through, went without the ball, and it was stolen one-on-one, and the Broncos come up with a good defensive stop there.
Yeah, sneaky stuff, wasn't it? It's come up trumps for the London Broncos. They get to work their way out. A decent start for the set as well. Interested to see how they organise. They've got 2, as we said, halves with very good wraps on them, but very young, very inexperienced, or young and reasonably inexperienced. Just the organisation between these two is going to be key.
It is. Jacob Jones did really well there on loan from Lee. And here down this near side is Lovell. Inside the 40 they go. It'll be interesting. There's a really good crowd here. It'll be interesting should London hit the front first here. They're working down the short side. They're bumping a couple of would-be tacklers off. And they're inside the 20 here.
Now Jordan! Halt!
Sam Davis waits. Gets it away. Meadows is going to stand up the kick. Not a lot of depth on it. Kershaw will catch it. Look to offload it. There was nowhere to go. And they'll turn the ball over 8 from the line.
Yeah, and this is the HIA. This is Dean Parata, who's had to leave the field. Yeah, just a contact, wasn't it? Between two big boys. And for London's hopes and prayers that Dean Parata passes that head injury assessment and is able to retake his position on the field.
Play on!
All working out of their own end here. Tackle 30 metres out from the Hull line. Tumavave, one of the big names back. His first appearance of the season. They got some good speed there on Sal, but they can't quite take him down.
Hold! Wait!
As Houghton waits at dummy half. Another good charge and an offload there. Smith in support. Smith rides the challenge, did really well there. Last tackle incoming. Great offload. We'll need more of that today. High kick from Brown. At the back is Leyland. Catches it on the full. He'll bring it forward now. Good chase from the black and whites. Danny Houghton, as you'd expect, leading the charge.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw an example of what I was talking about, London Broncos' first contact in defence. You had a really good tackle there led by Reece Kennedy, and then a really poor one on the next challenge that almost led to a half break from Hull FC.
Now that Hull have got a player down off the ball here. So injury problems continuing early on as Kershaw bumps out of a couple of tackles. I think he ran behind his own player there, but referee happy to let him go on. Kershaw is all action. Getting back play. Hull have got a player down.
Yeah, it's Jaden Ockenbaugh who's come off second best, and he'll be exiting the field for a head injury assessment as well. Broncos, another offload.
Up the middle they go. This is good. Last one. Starting to see a little bit of football now. The offload starting to come. There's a kick down the short side. Walker back pedals inside his 10. Catches in. He'll be wrapped up. There's the offload again. Some nice hands early on here, but no points as yet.
But again, you can't fault them for industry and never, can you? Another good kick chase off the back of a box kick to the corner of the field.
And as you said, Ockenbaugh's come off the field, so both players have lost a player to head injury assessments early on in the piece here. The ball driven forward by the black and whites. That's Jack Brown who's on. It's work in the middle of the field. And you feel the longer that London can keep this level early on, John, it just puts an element of pressure on Hull, doesn't it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, well, pressure on Hull and also growing in confidence in the Broncos because, you know, they haven't started games particularly well. They've found very little consistency within the 2 rounds that they've played. It's a big step up, of course. I remember watching the squad at the back end going through those playoff, you know, the away victory against Sheffield, the away victory against Featherstone, and then the shock of them all going to Toulouse and beating Olympique to take the place in Super League.
Yeah.
A lot of confidence obviously built from that, but this is a different level.
Yeah. And they're without, you would argue, 7 of their first choice 17 at the moment due to injury. A couple of those long term, and certainly Bill Leyland is a big miss for them, but that's a good carry up the middle of the field.
On the right.
London are giving as good as they're getting early on here. Another charge straight through the middle, another 13 metres gained. Last tackle, looking to pen Hull back again. Here's Campagnolo with a high kick. Walker again, this time a little bit more pressure, gets off the ground, but London are there, and they'll bring him down 5 away.
Yep, great rinse and repeat for the London Broncos. Finish another set, another box kick to a corner, another good kick chase. It makes life really difficult for Hull FC, any team actually. You pin them in that corner of the field. You see a lot of the Super League sides doing it. It really restricts the options for a side when working to get out their own end.
We mentioned that London have only scored the 1 try, while Hull have only scored 2 themselves, so neither side quite clicking in attack at the moment, but they're working hard here. Good carry forward for the black and whites. Meadows in at the tackle.
Marcus, go forward.
There's Captain Lovell. Now working the centre of the field. Well, looking for an offload and get one. Sowers stood. He'll offload it back to Houghton. Houghton gets it away to Smith. He'll move it wide on this near side. And the tackle going to be made. Stavely.
Come on, 10
More
boys.
offloads incoming.
Hold.
Yeah, and we talk about doing the simple things right, aren't you? So they're completing sets, getting to the end of the sets, getting decent kick chases in. You know, that goes in the simple to fix basket as well, does preventing offloads. Just takes a little bit of pressure off your middlemen. Repeat efforts in defence. He's impressed me, Ollie Leyland, in the opening couple of games as well at fullback. He's more known as a half. Short, nuggety player, but tell you what, his game, isn't he?
He is. Alex Walker, we're hearing, should be fit next week. So Mike Eccles finally starting to get one or two back. Interesting, as you said, Ollie Leyland's more than put his hand up in that position.
3.
London working their way forward here.
Hold. Go.
Moving along to Lovell, who takes some putting down.
Get square. Go.
Just short of halfway. Meadows pops up the ball. It's taken in by Butler.
5. Ready, move.
And last one again. They're over the halfway line again. Meadows will go high. Walker 10 off his own line. And again, it's almost like we're watching the same set time after time, but this is what Mike Eccles will be wanting.
Absolutely, yeah. And you talk about, you know, building pressure on LFC. I don't think it's that at this point in the game. What it really does is build confidence for the London Broncos that, you know, they can operate at this level.
Good strong challenge goes in there.
Go. Good work on the 10, boys.
Good carry infield.
4. Rob, move.
Russell, the Loney, back for a second spell with Hull. As Houghton now gets it away to Brown.
5. Jacob, to get your
Last
hands
one and Hull
out.
just over halfway here. And they're going to go down the short side with Brown, who's going to stand up the kick. Leyland's got time here. Maybe a little bit too much time. He'll come forward. And there, sure as night as day, is Danny Houghton to make the tackle.
Stand there,
Is
Liggy.
it me, or do Hull FC look a little flat here to start the game?
Yeah, there wasn't, at least when Walker's catching the ball away to our right-hand side, he's under pressure when he's catching it. That time, Ollie Lane's got all the time in the world, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Hold. Hold.
If I'm Tony Smith, I'm not happy with what I've seen for the first 10 minutes of this game.
Yeah.
Move. He's 10.
It wasn't
Play
the
on.
most productive end to the set. He'll argue, Tony Smith, that they've got London back in their own 20 where they want them.
Wait.
As London work it forward, Butler gets it away. Meadows is going to kick early. He's gone for the 40-20. He's got the angle. He needs a couple of bounces. He needs one more bounce and he gets it. What a kick that is from Meadows. That was sensational from the Broncos.
Yeah, they're shaped up for it as well. They actually played for that, set up the field position, open it up. It drags the opposition fullback Jack Walker in behind the ruck and gives them the opportunity for a repeat setting attack. Right then, what have you got, Broncos?
Well, Meadows was telling everyone to calm down there. They didn't get too much ball down the attacking end of the field last week, but they've got a great chance here. Campagnolo drops it off, and they're 10 away. First real genuine attacking opportunity here for the Broncos. The Hull fans in good voice trying to cheer on their team defensively as the Broncos look to try and breach that black and white defensive line. Davis is in at dummy half. He'll come back centre field. Campagnolo moves it along the line. And a good tackle there from Stavely. Keep London at bay. They're going short to Lovell. 3 wait for him and tackle him a couple of metres off the line. The Broncos looking to go in front. They'll work it along now here. Miss out pass, but Hull have numbered up pretty well, and the sliding defence comes across nicely, and that was a good shot going in there.
Oh, good contact, New Brown, on the edge.
Last one, they're going to work the short side. Can they get another set? Little kick, great kick, and this looks like a try. And it's Meadows, the man who's 40-20 set things up, who's touched it down. James Fowler wants to check this out with a video referee, but are the Broncos going in front for the first time this season? We think so on the field.
Okay, first of all, we're looking for the onside offside. We can confirm balls on foot there, both feet behind the ball, so we're onside at this point. So we're just looking at the grounding now. So does he pick up possession and maintain possession all the way to the floor? So Yeah, has possession there. Keep it rolling, please. Keep it rolling. And the ball's grounded. Thank you. I made my decision.
James Meadows, the man whose 40-20 kick put London in prime field position, is on the end of the kick. And for the first time this Super League season, the Broncos have the lead. They lead by 4 points to 0.
That was really smart play as well, wasn't it? Jared Bassett had got a bell ringer from New Brown, the tackle before. Got himself on the short side, and then a lovely little cute kick across the back for James Meadows. You can tell what's going on here. It's the communication. That's obviously improved. And then another preset play. James Meadows benefits from that. It's Campagnolo who puts a lovely little deft kick through. And that would have been communicated pre-play. It's lovely. It's lovely, and it's a deserved opening score, I think, for the Broncos, who've gone 100%, I think, completion in the opening 14-15 minutes.
The kick waved away from Leyland, so they can't turn the 4 into 6, but you'd have to say on what we've seen in the opening 14 minutes, London deservedly in front.
Yeah, and there's a reaction from the crowd as well. You know, I think the crowd have seen what we've seen, a flat start from the home side and a really exuberant start from the London Broncos, the visitors. We talked about these two, didn't we? We talked about Meadows and Campagnolo. Again, big raps on them both. It's how they were going to gel, how that relationship was going to develop. Well, you got an early glimpse there of just what they can do.
Yeah. Talked to Meadows pre-season. He was very pleased with the work and the experience he got whilst he was at Batley Bulldogs and learning in a team that was used to winning and pressure on him. And I think he's a much better player than the last time we saw him at this level.
Absolutely.
London coming forward again then. So what have Hull got by way of a response? Trying to force an error here. Davis busy. And now a penalty. Ill discipline and a high shot going in here. Ashworth, I think it was on Meadows. Referee determines that that was penalty sufficient. Seemed to bump up off the shoulder, didn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a lazy challenge, doesn't it? This looks like I'll say it again. It's a flat Hull FC side.
Well, having scored points, they're now inside the Hull 40 again here. And that's a great opening to the set. Davis will wait. 30 metres away. Meadows hands on the ball again. Good read then defensively from Jack Brown, who raced out of the line. Makes the tackle. We'll need to hold firm here. Oh, sloppy play of the ball. And that will relieve the pressure that was just starting to build there.
Yeah, first mistake from the Broncos. It's Reece Kennedy in the act of playing the ball. There's a judge not to have played that correctly, so that's a direct handover. And a much relieved pressure release for Hull FC.
Yeah, can do. Had Super League experience last season across the city with the Robins.
Come on, Jacob, straight up.
Ashworth hands it on to Sal. So Hull behind here. Looking to work their way back in to London territory. Out and out of dummy half, finds Smith. Smith gets it away to Walker. Walker with a dummy, almost through Meadows' tackle, but Meadows eventually brings him down. McIntosh will scoot from dummy half. Pinches another 10 metres downfield. 20 away here. Staveley in at dummy half will get the ball away to Smith. Smith now moves it along to Brown. Brown with a dummy. Drop of the shoulder, looking to offload. Finds a teammate. That was touched by London. And it's regathered, so it's another set of 6 here. A little bit of fortune favours Hull. Can they make it count now as they drive strongly forward? Tackle made 5 away. Hull with a huge opportunity here. Ashworth at full tilt. Great tackle, needed to be as well. Bodies on the line for the Broncos. Here now the ball fired. Get for Staveley. Staveley for the line. He's over. Referee's going to want to check this one. And it looks like Nick Staveley has scored his first try for Hull FC. He crashed his way over the line. Referee just wants to check the grounding. But Hull finally on the board here, we think.
Okay, live decision is a try on field, so we're just looking at the grounding, please, just to confirm he does maintain possession and ground the ball. So he's in possession at this point, still in possession, ball's up at this point, wrestling towards the line, and it appears that the arm is always on the ball. Just any other angles on that, just to confirm, hand never does come off the ball. Live decision is a try on field. First one may be the best if given it's the corner post. Yep, so just go real slow on this, please. He was in possession, still in possession at this point, wrestling towards the line, real slow, hands on the ball there, hands on the ball, yeah, and hand always stays on the ball. Thank you, I made my decision.
So, Nick Stavely crashes over. It's a determined carry there. I'm not sure Ollie Leyland could have done much more to try and stop him, but the sheer weight of Stavely means that we are all level at 4 points apiece.
Yeah, and a response that was needed from Hull FC as well. Again, all started, I think, back with a cute little run from Jack Walker on that short side. And then he just split open the Broncos defence. A couple of offloads, lovely run from New Brown. And it's this broken field stuff that I really think London struggled to deal with. And the flat pass really caught a couple of defenders, overreading that defensive line, and Stavely crashed over. Really bright young prospect, Nick Stavely. The conversion has been kicked, so the London Broncos will now trail the game for the first time.
And the successful conversion for Hull FC association with Drinkers scored by number 5, Darnell McIntosh.
Well, McIntosh it was who took the conversion, and he slots it through the post. So Hull in front here, and just the response that they needed after that indifferent start to this game.
Yeah, inauspicious start from Hull FC, but again, the more you look at this, you go, well, the London Broncos haven't allowed them. They've given them nothing. It's when it's got loose and when it's got fast, I think that's when the Broncos have really struggled defensively. That's what I was talking about right at the start, about first up contact, winning the ruck, slowing the play, the ball down. These basics that, whilst the Broncos have not got the best team on paper in terms of quality, up against most other teams in Super League, if they do the basics right, they'll be competitive.
An offload there, a loose one, but goes to the hands of Danny Houghton. Here's Lingy Sow now, channeling his inner half back as he offers the ball, but takes it himself.
Release! Hold!
And the Broncos seem to have recovered that defensive set.
Get up there, Reece! Rob!
Here comes Smith then, fires a pass out to McIntosh, puts the kick in, picked up by Butler. He will bring it forward. We're hearing that Dean Parata has failed his head injury assessment, so bad news for him, better news for Hull. Jaden Ockenboy's back out there, so he's past his, so the woes for London just get worse. They've lost Dean Parata.
And it was an accidental head clash going into the tackle very, very early in the game for Dean Parata, and he will be a huge miss. They've made light of it for the opening quarter of the game, the Broncos, but as we said previously, easily, by far and away, their tackle king. And I get the feeling they're going to need that towards the end of this game.
And not only that, he's got the skill to play late and at the line as well. They'll miss that. This is the last one then for the Broncos. Quarter of the game gone. Meadows under pressure, gets a high kick away. This time Walker has got time. Will catch it on the first bounce. Looks to now fire the ball across, and Martin will carry it forward. So Hull now just starting to gain the ascendancy. They'll start their set 10 metres short of the halfway line.
Second tackle as well, good carry by Matty Russell. This is exactly what you expect from him. He's remarkably consistent, has been in his long career. Several clubs he's played for, including Hull.
Nice offload as well. There's a good carry forward from Lane. Eventually he's rolled onto his back. And now Houghton will skip away. Short pass to Sow. Sow flicks the ball away here to Walker. Walker looking busy. Looked to be surrounded by Broncos players there, but pinched another few metres. And Hull back on the edge of the red zone here. Short pass taken forward by Brown. Last tackle incoming. Houghton waits. Smith down the short side. That's where they're going now. Smith dribbles the kick. It comes off a defender. It's knocked backwards, and I think he might have got this down here. Has Morgan Smith grounded this and extended the Hull line? Referee's having a look at it here, James Feller. He's just consulting with his touch judge, and his on-field decision is no try.
So playing on from this point. Yeah, so we can look at this contest, please. So what happens to the ball? So we can, yeah, this will be the shot, please. So we can see what happens to this ball. So you can just play it from this point. So yeah, we're real slow here. So what happens to this ball? Who does that come off? Can we go back on this frame, please? We need to establish, does this come off the London man or the Hull man? So we've established they're onside, all chasers are onside, so who does this come off here? Is it off a London hand or a Hull hand? Is there any other angles on that, please, just to help me establish who it comes off? Yeah, I can't really see on that one, the footage is quite grainy. But this might help me. Whose hand gets there first? That appears to be the London hand first there. But then does it touch a Hull hand? So it's certainly, we established it's the Hull hand, London hand first, but does it then touch the Hull hand? Can't really see on that one. So any other angles that may help me establish? Can't really see on that one. Any other angles available? Let's have a look at this one. So it definitely touches the London hand. It's just whether it touches Morgan Smithy's hand as well. The first, if these are exhaust all angles, we're going to go to the first angle. Yeah, so see here. There's insufficient evidence given the live call to say that doesn't touch Smith's hand at any point. So thank you, I've made my decision.
So James Vella on the field, determined it wasn't a try, and having consulted with the video referee, then that decision will stand. So London survive. The lead stays at 2 points. But they are starting to look a little bit more threatening, Hull FC here. And London will be happy that they're only 2 behind. Yeah, circuitous route to that decision. I've got to say, look, this is a fast breakneck sport. They've got to speed this process up. There's knock-ons all over the place there. But this is where the Broncos have struggled defensively. When offloads come, when they don't win contact, they are very, very passive in defence. They're letting, or they are not able to provide any line speed in defence. That's it's a real lingering problem for them. It's a ruthless learning curve for them, isn't it? St Helens and Catalans are here at Hull, then they've got Wigan, Warrington and Huddersfield next up. So a tough old start to life back in the Super League for the Broncos, but they're making a good fist of this one so far. Now the ball works its way outside the 30, so the Broncos edging forward here. Sam Davis in at dummy half, gets it away. Stavely again. I know they had to play a lot of youngsters due to all the injuries and suspensions last week, but I think that's just given Tony Smith a little bit more ammunition, hasn't it, with the players like Stavely that are more than proving their worth.
Yeah, look, young kids don't get the opportunities unless you have injuries, unless you have obstacles to overcome.
A set restart on the last tackle there for the Broncos.
Yeah, and as the Broncos start another set, it's then up to the players. You get given the opportunity, you take it. Stavely certainly has. So has Kershaw, trialled at London to start the season, or in the off-season rather, earned himself a contract.
Here come the Broncos now. Leyland into the line, gets it across on that far side. Ball's come back to Leyland. Leyland weaves his way in and out, and he's tackled just outside the 20. Davis busy, gets it away now. Campagnolo stabs a kick through early, but Walker's there. Can they get him back in goal? Walker's done really well to stay in the field of play there. It was an early kick. Was it the right decision?
Hasn't he just? Well, in hindsight, no, it wasn't. I like the enterprise. This isn't good, though, is it? Conceded a penalty, offside, first tackle. And again, it's putting those sequences together. If you're going to go early in the tackle count, have a good kick chase. They did that. Jack Walker's positioning was the difference. But then it's the next sequence, isn't it? It's the next 5 seconds. What happens then? And that's your discipline. These are the small moments. These are the 1% that, with a side again on paper that don't have superstar names that jump out on you, that's where you remain competitive, by doing those things right.
And the problem is, instead of having a tackle 10 metres off the Hull line, now they're inside their own half in 2 tackles. Phil Bullock into the action. Here he is on his Hull debut on loan from Warrington. Danny Houghton waits centre field. Options either side. Will go to New Brown. Gets it away now to Walker. Just turns the ball back inside. Tumavave with the angled run. Well, Hull would like to keep him fit for a good length of time. 20 away. Ball now works its way to Bullock, moves it across, short pass to Staveley. Staveley gets the offload away, great play. Walker into the line, offloads it, it's intercepted on the line by the Broncos. What a play that is, right on the try line, and London survive again.
Nice, Robbie Story, who's come up trumps for the London Broncos. It needed to be, it was a try, save and involvement. Jack Walker looking incredibly dangerous. But an opportunistic piece of play by Robbie Story has prevented Hull FC from scoring.
Staveley again found a gap. They jumped the line outside him, and he was aware of that. Almost got through again. Certainly looking a productive option. Here come the Broncos moving across the line, and now they're going to get a penalty. High tackle goes in from Tumavave.
Yeah, just looking at the pass selection there, there was an option for Hakeem Maloudi out the back. You wonder how long it's going to be before they start to take those options. Be a little braver, because it was certainly out the back. Hakeem Maloudi, you could see, was desperate for the ball. They'd created the overlap. Carlos Tumivave forced into an errant, wayward tackle, which provides the Broncos with more territory and a fresh set of 6.
Yeah, over the halfway line, the Broncos go. Tight game so far. And the Broncos add to their early try from Meadows. Another offload comes in. Davis puts his head down and drives strongly. Leyland jumps in to the dummy half position. He'll get it away. Campagnolo now turns the ball back inside, but they were waiting for that. Bullock was hungry for that challenge. Centre field. Options either way. They're going to Leyland now. Leyland moves it to Campagnolo, gets it away. Bassett will take it in. He's wrapped up 15 away. Some story for Jared Bassett, risen through the ranks. And now the ball works its way across. Not the best pass to Meadows. It's a little bit slow from the Broncos and easy for Hull to defend. Last one. Meadows is to the right of play. He'll get his hands on it now. Takes a step forward, puts the kick out looking for Kershaw. Kershaw tries to bat it back in, can't do so. And the ball goes into touch on this near side, and Hull will get the ball back.
But they're challenging. It's a decent end of set play. The ball adjudged to have come off Kershaw, so it is a turnover in possession. I think they lost the way a little bit mid-set there. Ollie Leyland ended up stepping, who was playing fullback today, ended up stepping up to first receiver. It really cuts down your options there, where your fullback is your first ball player off the run. And it did look to break down and in good position. They're going to get few opportunities, I think, to have good long looks at the Hull FC line. They've got to get those combinations, that organisation right.
Yeah, lots of games. Remember, every game live on Sky. We kick off Thursday night, Hull Warrington. Triple header on Friday. And then on Saturday, London again in action against Wigan, the World Club champions. And Catalan's Hull KR rounds off the 4th round of Super League fixtures. Every game live on Sky across the season. The only place you'll see all the games live is on Sky Sports. Here come Hull now. Walker again looking a threat. Walker cuts back in, tries to find the gap. Eventually he's dragged down. Stopped with a tackle. Ball now with Houghton, gets it away. Bullock rampaging forward, looking to offload. Can't do so. Last tackle. Hull Poised to strike again. Brown into the line, stabs a kick through. Leyland puts it dead. Just wonder there, and he doesn't have time to think about it, but a more experienced fullback might just have held on a second longer there.
You judge the ball, the flight of the ball, and the pace of the ball. I think, given his time again, he would have left that.
Stay where you are.
First job, make it safe. Yeah. If he does leave it and it bounces back, he gets around to the kitchen, doesn't he?
I get that, but don't give sets away for free.
Stay on you, boys.
And that's maybe where an Alex Walker might just have had that little bit more experience, but we mentioned Leyland's not letting anybody down at the moment. And the Broncos have come here to challenge. It's made a good impact off the bench. Comes here with a point to prove to Sam Burgess and Warrington. Sow carries. He's looking to offload to Staveley. Kershaw made a good read there. Jumps into the tackle. So they're 20 metres out here, the black and whites. Looking to extend their lead here. A nice pass to Sow. They're short of numbers. The ball dumped on the ground. They get it away to McIntosh. McIntosh finds a pass back inside. Tackle made but not completed. And now here come Hull. Brown gets it away. Gets it back. They had numbers. Houghton's wanting to go to that right-hand side to Tumavave. Tumavave flicks it back to Russell. London struggling here. And Russell breaks through. And he's got a pace to score. Great team try for Hull FC. Started on the left, went to the right, and there was a debutant, Matty Russell, to crash over with a pace to burn. And Hull have got their second try. They lead London by 10 points to 4.
Just brilliant enterprise from Hull FC. And the London Broncos always 6 inches away from clamping a ball, clamping an arm, shutting down a play. But you feel like they've been hanging on for a while. They've been creaking. And finally that line has been breached. Matty Russell, as you said, one of 2 players with a point to prove. But this has gone through goodness knows how many pairs of hands in the build-up to this try. And every time the Broncos, just that first contact, not enough to prevent an offload, not enough to prevent the stoppage of play. And then New Brown and Danny Houghton combined to get Carlos Tumivave on the outside. The ball back inside to Matty Russell. And this bloke, look, for whatever his knockers have been through his career, that's one thing you can rely on him. He has got pace and he has got a determination with ball in hand.
As McIntosh once again adds the extras here, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point advantage. Russell with the try, great finish, and great for Hull to have so many players involved.
Yeah, Matty Russell cutting back in and just spotting a couple of defenders that had switched off for a moment or two. Matty Russell, the try scorer. I want to see we were talking about Carlos Tumivave and how I'd liken him to a race-off, really athletic, only ever seems to be kind of half a game away from picking up something. Such a highly tuned athlete. I think keep him on the field, get the ball in his hands, make him do repeat efforts, because he's a classy player. And Tony Smith will be pleased, I think, with the response after going behind reasonably early on against a resilient Broncos side that they've managed to put some stuff together. Look, it's not orthodox, is it? It hasn't been orthodox and it hasn't been textbook, but the points count for the same.
Yeah, they do. Sometimes you just got to play what's in front of you, and that's what Hull did there. And their second try just calms any nerves here. And I have to say, I think Bullock's been outstanding off the bench. Here's Okunbor, who passed that HIA. Celebrated his birthday yesterday. So he'll be hoping for a win to round off a good weekend for him and the club, as the ball now works its way across and is dropped back in for McIntosh. We're starting to see more angles now from Hull. Trying to catch out the defence. There's a ball with Danny Houghton. Houghton offloads it. Here now, the ball coming forward again. They're backing their way inside the 30. This is the last tackle. You get the feeling London need to hang on here. They can't afford to concede again. Smith will go high. Leyland's got to come a long way to get this. Hull catch it, get the ball away to Sow. Sow, can he get it down? He can't get the offload away, and the scramble survives.
Try saver Lee Kershaw got himself in there and just about managed to prevent the offload. New Brown got above Ollie Leyland, but look at that right arm there from Kershaw. Just managed to prevent Lee Sow from getting the offload away. Take a close look. The next time the London Broncos defend a set, we'll see them on the exit set here. Next time they defend a set, you can lose momentum in a set of 6 defensively or wrestle it back just by what you do with your first contact. The offloads at the moment and the play the ball speed's killing them.
Yeah, it is. And there's an offload from London. And Ockenbaugh can't make the tackle. Danny Hatton will. But London just starting to roll the dice a little bit as well. Here's Meadows, turns it back for Lovell. Good contact from Hull. Offload again, keeps it going. Meadows has pinched meters, runs it forward. He's wrapped up just short of the halfway line. So a couple of decent offloads there from the Broncos. Here is Leyland, kicks down the touchline. Walker comes across, ball bounces awkwardly, very awkwardly. Here's Kershaw, gets it away, could be a chance for Leyland. Leyland was clattered, gets the ball away and they've knocked it on. The Broncos knock it on, but I think they're going to get a penalty for the shot on Leyland. But that was almost a try for the Broncos.
Yeah, scary stuff, wasn't it? But no lack of creativity. Ollie Leyland with a deft little kick through. We've probably seen Jack Walker out of position. Favourable bounce for Kershaw, and it's the challenge from Jack Walker on Ollie Leyland. Probably Leyland may have gone through there and scored. But this is going to be an assessment now of Ollie Leyland. He's taken his time on the ground.
Yeah,
and will the video referee get involved here?
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll keep across that one. Leyland is getting some treatment. He is okay. That's good news. It was Walker who got deceived by the bounce of the ball that led to that flurry of activity. So we're just waiting to see if there is any further action to be taken.
Yeah, apologies, it wasn't Jack Walker. Jack Walker involved in the first one's Matty Russell, I think, with a cover tackle. So we're waiting to hear from the video referee. He'll be talking to the on-field match official.
Yeah, and there is going to be a card coming here. And Matty Russell, who has just scored the try to extend the Hull lead, is about to receive a yellow card incoming here.
Dangerous, however, in our opinion, low-level force, so to see me.
So there you go. Forceful and dangerous, but low-level force. So Matty Russell.
I got a degree of sympathy with Matty Russell. Look, we all understand why this new framework and the new interpretations have been brought in. Matty Russell is trying his best for his team to prevent a try. Ultimately, you know, the responsibility lies on the tackler there, not to endanger the ball carrier. So Hull FC will have to defend the line with 12 men.
They will. And London, can they narrow that gap? Davis waits at dummy half, gets it away. They're trying to power through the middle. Hull have got plenty of black and white shirts there to deal with the initial threat. They've got numbers to the left. Surely London here, they've got to go left. No, Davis tries to burrow his way over. And you get the feeling that's what Hull want him to do. Now Hull have got more reinforcements on that far side. They're going to crash over though. They have broken through. And that's a try. And it's Williams who scores it under the post. Referee, I think he's going to want to check this. There was a big gap. Was there any infringement? And I think he's going to rule this off and look at a potential obstruction. We'll find out from the video referee.
Try. So we're looking at the live view is obstruction on field. So let's play on from here, please. So ball's played. So what happens to the lead runner? Yeah, so where does he run, the lead runner? Does he run it outside shoulder, or does he go through the line? So should we keep on playing this back, please? Yeah, so you can see the lead runner, keep it playing, please. Runs an outside shoulder line. Yeah, there we go, and it clearly affects Liggy Sow from making a genuine attempt to tackle him there. So live decisions, no try for obstruction, hits him an outside shoulder. Thank you, I've made my decision.
Yeah, so one look this time for Liam Moore, and that means the try is chalked off. So Jordan Williams' delight is short-lived, but John, I've got to ask the question there. London had Hull short for numbers on the left, and twice they didn't go that way.
Yeah, they're going to get another couple of opportunities, though. They've got 10 minutes now against 12 men. generally what you would do is, certainly if you're getting that area of the field, is that you'll play a couple of sets, almost burn a couple of plays, just to suck in the defence around the ruck and then go wide. That's a clear obstruction. Lingy Sound not able to have a clear line of sight and a clear attempt to tackle Williams.
Frustration for the Broncos, but just a warning for Hull that if they thought they were having it all their own way. There's a tap and go there from Ockenbaugh. Big 5 minutes here in this game. If Hull can get more points with a player down, they'll be very happy at half-time.
Yeah, and it'd represent a big swing as well, wouldn't it, in recent momentum, because with 12 men and, like you said, Matt, a clear opportunity for 2 plays wide, the Broncos didn't take it.
Good carry from Bullock. Houghton enjoying some go forward from his forward pack here. Smith takes on the line. He can't get through it this time. He's growing in confidence. You can see it as Houghton now has it. Goes back open side to Brown. Brown gets it away. Here it's taken in by Lane. London back defending inside their own 20-metre area again. Can Hull FC open them up again? Here's Brown. Brown dummies, goes it alone, kicks forward, ball bounces. He's going to collect his own kick. He gets it away. Now they're going through the hands. They're going to drop the ball back on the angle. Tumavave didn't quite have the confidence to back himself. He puts the kick in, and London again somehow come up with a ball, and it's Campagnolo who falls on it.
Oh, it is edge of the seat stuff, isn't it, for Mike Eccles? They are hanging on, but Hull FC, as we say, that concede a penalty, just too eager to get off the line and try and apply some pressure. The line speed, just too eager. Relieving kick from Meadows.
Back in, boys.
Yeah, it's just skin of teeth stuff, as it has been for large parts of this first 40 minutes, but credit the Broncos.
Yeah, maybe the sin bin there just catching Hull out, because if that ball had gone to someone of the pace of Russell, that might well have been another try. But ifs, buts and maybes. Here's Leyland for the Broncos, gets it away. Just short of halfway here, London. We mentioned the fact that they've been on the ropes for a while, John. You made a good point. They're still turning up. They're still getting bodies around the ball. It might not be pretty at times. It might not be textbook, but it's working.
It's going to catch him out, though. There's an awful lot of energy being expended. The last 2 defensive sets, one even resulted in a try, didn't it, against London. They've burnt an awful lot of energy. That's a nice line. That's a really good line. That's something you can play off.
Yeah, it is. It was Williams, the man who just had a try chalked off. Here's Leyland. Ball intercepted. And a chance here now for Lewis Martin. And Martin is racing away, and Kershaw's not going to catch it. The Hull FC youngster races away. Is that a game-changing moment for Tony Smith's side? The youngster, Lewis Martin, races in for his 2nd of the season and opens up a 12-point advantage for the Black and Whites.
I'll tell you what, Lewis Martin's just had a moment, hasn't he? Young, inexperienced, home crowd, vocal crowd, opportunity, nails it. It was a really poor pass option, wasn't it, from Meadows? But the athletes that play this game these days, they don't need inviting in twice. It's Leyland that's passed the ball. Apologies, I'm sinking James Meadows, but when this boy gets in the clear, well, it's going to prove quite obvious to anybody who's watching. There's not many people who are going to stop him if he gets in the clear this season. Plenty of pace for the young Lewis Martin.
What a start to his life here at Hull FC. Couple of tries. Made his debut at the end of last season, but he's forced his way in this season. Left a tough kick for Darnell McIntosh, but just going back to the try, Kershaw wasn't catching him, and Kershaw's pretty quick.
Yeah. He's an athlete, that's for sure.
Here's the kick then for McIntosh. So Hull do get points. A player down, but it's only 4. McIntosh just pulls his kick to the left of the target. Well, we mentioned, was there going to be a score before half-time? Didn't see that one coming.
No, big swing in momentum. Now, the Broncos have been enjoying a period of pressure there. It's just a speculative pass, isn't it? And it's been picked off. Lewis Martin in the right place at the right time, and then shows a clean pair of heels. And he's happy. He's a happy boy.
He should be happy. He's living the dream.
Find the ball.
Leyland will restart. He want that pass back. Oh, Brown will want that kickoff back as well. So there is still time here. They're going to have to be quick, the Broncos, but can they repair the damage of that interception try?
Got to be bound. Time off. Shot clock still runs.
Might get 2, possibly 3 tackles here.
Time back on. They've changed positions. Sam changed positions.
Now then, watch your set play.
Okay.
Attack like London.
Heads down, boys. Nick, stay in. Stay there. Stay in. Out.
Well, there we go. They're coming to this near side with Meadows to Leyland. I wonder if he was thinking about the pass there, but Martin makes the tackle.
Just run 80 metres to score a try, and then he's come up with a brilliant defensive replay one.
Yeah, shoots off his line. Here come London then. Running out of time. They need to play it quickly. They can't play it quickly. Hull FC a player down before the break. Extend their lead and hold firm as well. And the big crowd inside the MKM Stadium rise to see their troops off the field. Meadows got London off to a great start. His 40-20 kick, then he was on the end of a Campagnolo kick to give London the lead, but Morgan Smith being at the heart of it for the Black and Whites. Tries for Stavely, Russell on debut, and then that interception for Lewis Martin means at the break at the MKM Stadium, it's Hull FC 16, London 4. So, tries for Stavely, his first for the club, powered his way over. Then Russell on his debut, added to the Hull total, and then the interception at the end, 16-4. So lots more live Super League action to come across the next week. Hull Kingston Rovers Warrington is live on Sky Sports Action on Thursday night. Then on Friday, Lee take on Leeds on Sky Sports Action at 7:30. Whilst Castleford entertain Huddersfield at the Jungle on Sky Sports Arena from 7:55. Also on Friday, St Helens take on Salford. Good start to the season for both those two. And then on Saturday, we're down in London. The Broncos take on Wigan on Sky Sports Action at 2:55. And we round off the weekend with the Dragons, looking to bounce back from yesterday's loss at Leeds, taking on Hull on Sky Sports Action. Here at the MKM Stadium this afternoon, Hull FC lead London by 16 points to 4. Crucial try right before half-time. Let's see how the first half unfolded with John Wells.
Yeah, well, it was the visitors, wasn't it, that got out the traps the quickest. And on the 13th minute, it was James Meadows who opened the scoring for the London Broncos. Cute little move short side. Jack Campagnolo, I think, has been a real star for the Broncos in his first 40 minutes. Just a lovely little nudge kick off the outside of his boot, back on the inside. Pre-called, pre-play. Meadows with the opening score. The response then came from Hull FC. That woke them up, that stirred the home side, and it was Stavely off the end of a series of offloads and broken tackles throughout the set building up to that, and some key involvements from Jack Walker, that Stavely finally got over the line and opened the account for the host. 6 points to 4. It then took us to the half-hour mark before that line was breached again. For a long periods, the Broncos looked to be hanging on by the fingernails. Well, it just wasn't good enough on 30 minutes, and it finally escaped them. Just not able to shut down some Harlem Globetrotter stuff from Hull FC. Went through umpteen pairs of hands before it got out to Carlos Tumivavi, who was able to cut the ball back inside for Matty Russell, who shows pace and a bit of guile there to get in step and underneath the sticks. And it's been something he's renowned for doing. Real short steps, really fast, elusive runner. And he got the try that took it out to 12 points to 4. Then came the yellow card, and you expected, didn't you, the London Broncos to start applying some considered and consistent pressure to the line, but this was a speculative pass, wasn't it? And once in the hands of Lewis Martin, he really opened up, and like you said, showed Lee Kershaw no slouch, a clean pair of heels to score. He was really pleased with that, put himself in a brilliant position, and he showed both sides of that. After this try, came up with a key defensive effort as well at the end of the half. The modern-day winger's got to work both sides of the ball, and the try will be remembered for great defensive play as well. And it's worth another shot, isn't it? Young, inexperienced, finding his feet. But I'll tell you what, he'll remember this one for a long time.
He will indeed. Certainly sent the home fans into raptures. They're enjoying the half-time cup of tea. Let's have a look then at the stats of that first half then. The scoreboard we know all about, but what about the other key indicators? Hull slightly on top in completed sets, certainly made a lot more meters.
Yeah, it's the missed tackles, it's the one for me, and it should be the focus of Mike Eccles' half-time team talk, because I think they've lost the ruck. I think offloads are killing them. They're making twice as many tackles as the opponents and are missing a considerable amount more as well, because everything is passive, everything is without time, everything is without communication as a result of you losing that initial contact.
Yeah, so Hull leading by 16 points to 4 then here. We've got all the second half action to come here. It was a bright start for the Broncos, but it was the black and whites who ended on a high. Second half is next here on Sky Sports. Two-time world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua takes on MMA powerhouse Francis Ngannou live on Sky Sports Box Office. Don't miss a packed night of boxing. Coverage gets underway from 4 p.m. on Friday, March the 8th. Main event is not expected to take place before 11 p.m. The fight is available to Sky customers in the UK and Ireland. Virgin Media and EETV customers should contact their operator. Go to skysports.com/box office for more information. Well, that should be a cracker. And we're in for a cracking second half here, and just wondering if that Lewis Martin try just before the break will just ease the nerves, John Wells, in the home dressing room.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how much of the content it would have changed for Tony Smith, because I think they've been workaday without being outstanding. They haven't had to be. I think London Broncos' biggest Achilles heel has been, I think they've really struggled with their front of defence. Labouring a point, I know, but it's certainly a feature that Tony Smith will be looking for his players. Look, let's play, shorten the passes up, let's shorten up, direct the traffic 5 yards either side of that ruck, and you're going to get a lot of joy. The first 40 minutes says as much. Let's do the same again. You play off the back of that. Yeah,
great to see a lot of local youngsters here enjoying their rugby league. Local amateur clubs well represented here. What about Mike Eccles then in London, John? What will he be saying? Because there were certain parts, they started very well, didn't they? But it just seemed to run out of steam the longer the half went on.
No, it begins and ends with your first contact in defence. First contact in defence, wrap the ball up, and then the longer you can stay on a player without conceding a penalty, the better for the Broncos, because those sets were running away from them. As a result, Hull FC playing on the front foot against a passive defence with no line speed. That's really, really dangerous. You can't live and survive on a rugby league field for long doing that.
Yeah, Lou Brown, big smile on his face. He wasn't smiling when he dropped that kick-off at the end of the first half, but he'll be happy he's just playing today after the events of the last 7 days, and common sense, I think everyone would agree, has prevailed, and he can play today. And Hull looking for that first win of the season then. Hull London 16-4 here at the MKM Stadium. Second half about to get underway, and as soon as James Bella's onto the field, we will get underway here. It's London. Can they fight back? Meadows had them in front early on.
Another thing I would say from Mike Eccles' point of view is that they have conceded a try that went through 36 pairs of hands and was a really not special piece of play from Hull FC necessarily, but just a real drain in one tackle on their defence, and then another one, just an intercept, just from one poor decision, one poor pass. There are positives to take from that. There's only really been one well constructed try by Hull FC, and that was their first at Staveley.
Yeah. Interesting whether we see the young halfback Jack Charles on debut as the ball works its way towards this near touchline side. London. Centre field.
Let's go! Hold!
Davis gets it away. Nice start to the second half. They get just short of the halfway line. The defender down in the ruck. They'll go to Meadows, who's going to hoist it high, but Walker's well set on the 10. No real pressure on him. What's the chase like? It's not too bad, but they've got to make the tackle, and they don't make the tackle. And now here's a chance for Walker. Leyland lines him up on the inside shoulder. Ball inside. Here's Brown. It's a forward pass. And that denies what would have been a sensational Hull FC score. Well, we are right in line with that, John Wells.
And it was right on line. It was right in a line as well. Look, he's got to try. He's got to attempt it, isn't it? Because if the pass sticks and it's not a judge forward, it's a try.
All right, heads in, boys.
It's that step inside that gives him the opportunity. Yeah, look at that again. You go, yeah, marginal call, but probably the correct call. If you're Tony Smith, you're not all over the back of Jack Walker saying just take the tackle there, because that's a try-scoring opportunity.
Yeah. And the referee, credit to him, was right in the line of that pass.
He showed a great pair of heels, didn't he? Because Jack Walker's a quick boy. I like what Jack had done, actually. Got pinned in a corner. You see all fullbacks do it. They try and move to the middle of the field. He outstripped the initial chase. Even if you start the set from the middle of the field, it allows you options then, rather than pinned in a corner. But then just managed to skip over, and once he was in the backfield, wow, what a dangerous attacking player he is.
It was. A little bit of fortune for the Broncos. Now the ball is back in their grasp. What can they do with it? Leyland's short pass. Offload there, away to Bassett, who's got room in front of him. Bassett takes on the fullback. He's tackled 10 away. And the Broncos are 10 metres out from the line here. Campagnolo goes to the right. Gets his hands on it now. He'll swing it to Meadows. Meadows skips across one. He's going to kick in behind. He's looking for Kershaw. Gets the bounce. Can he ground it? Have the Broncos opened up the second half with a try of their own? Kershaw is sure he has scored. We're going to go to the video referee, and he thinks this is a try. What a start to the second half this has been.
Okay, this comes from a kick, so we're first of all confirming chases are onside. So ball on foot. Yep, chaser onside at this point, so we can play onto the grounding now, please. So Kershaw picks up the ball. Clean in possession. Keep rolling, please. Keep rolling. Still in possession. Still in possession. Feet are in the field of play, and the ball is grounded. Thank you. I've made my decision.
What a great finish that is from Kershaw. He's looking up, and now he knows, he's seen it on the screen, he knows it's going to count, and London have got the first point second half. James Meadows with a kick, pinpoint. Kershaw hugging the touchline, and what a pickup.
Yeah, look, the Kershaw finish was brilliant, but I tell you what a play from James Meadows. That was outstanding. Just held the ball, dragged up that Hull FC defence, and we'll get a good shot on the replay. But in the meantime, this is an important kick. This reduces the arrears to a converted score. Significant moment in the game.
It is. Can he get them back within 6? It's a low kick. Has it got the base? Oh, it lands on the crossbar and goes over. Well, fine margins determine big games, and that was the finest of margins. They're back within 6.
Oh, he's absolutely punched that one. That's a really significant additional 2 points. Let's have a look at the offload first. That's beautiful stuff, just to elongate that passage of play. And then this is so smart from Meadows. Just pulls up, waits for Lewis Martin to commit to the frontline defenders, and then puts the cutest of kicks in. I mean, they have to be perfect. There's no margin for error. There's no margin for error from Meadows or from Kershaw. Really, really well executed, well finished. And they're within a score mark.
Yeah. Matty Russell is back on, so it's 13 against 13 now. We're just going back to that. Kershaw knew, he was glued to the touchline. He knew that kick was coming, didn't he?
Yeah, again, communication between half, and he would have said exactly what he wanted from his players. He said, keep your depth, keep your width, I'll find you with a kick. And they just, the skill there is Meadows not wanting to pull the trigger on that kick too early. He waited for the Hull FC defence to commit, to show their hand, reveal the space behind, and then the rest of it had to be executed perfectly, and it was.
Walker pass looks even more crucial now, as London have got themselves back within 6 points here. On the Smith side, undone twice by kicks, but 2 well-worked kicks nevertheless. Here come London with Meadows. They're going to move it out wide, and they can't take in the pass. They had a little bit of room there.
Should have taken it in as well. Bounced off the chest of Robbie Story. Snatched at that. Should have taken it.
Story, who scored at St Helens on the opening game for London back in Super League, but he couldn't grasp that one, and now they've got to defend this, and they've just got to keep their cool here. They've still got a 6-point advantage.
Yeah, the ball's hitting right on the chest, and instead of finishing the set right down the other end of the field, they've now got to defend the set. Let's have a look at this. Again, let's focus on the first contact. What are they doing to slow down this ruck?
Yeah. Ball now works its way to Smith. He gets it away to Brown. Short pass to Ockenbaugh. He's wrestled to the ground, about 17 away. Houghton finds Brown. Gets it away to South. Big contact there. And it's a set restart. So 6 more here for Hull FC. Brown fires it wide to Tumavave. Couldn't quite get the pass. Walker was steaming through. Here's Russell looking to double up his tally, but he's turned away. And London have got to get themselves set. Hull lining up numbers to the left. Here's Brown, goes through the hands to Danny Houghton. Houghton gets it away to Smith. Short pass, Staveley crashes forward. He's wrapped up 10 metres away.
Come on, Robbie.
Can Hull provide an instant response? Smith to Bullock. Bullock runs through, dragged down 4 metres out. We'll play it now to Danny Houghton. Houghton swings it to Smith, drops the shoulder, gets brought down. London are trying to scramble on the last tackle. To this near side, were they onside there? Brown gets it away to Tumavave. Tumavave with a one-handed flick finds Russell. Russell kicks, it's charged down. Was it played at? It's still the final tackle. Walker gets it back. Walker gets it away to Smith. Smith pokes a kick through, and they're at the back to pick it up for the Broncos. Once again, they survive.
Yeah, good work from Hakim Maludi. You can see that play unfolding. Dropped into that fullback position. They've survived, what, 10 tackles straight? Yeah, that'll give them some real confidence.
It will. I think they pushed the button down that short side on the left side. They knew they were a little bit short of bodies. They were off the line quick. And now they're inside their own 20, burning up a few tackles here. Kershaw is pushed back. Stays on his feet, though. Plays it now. Working the short side. That's the last one, though. They've only gone about 15 metres. Need a good kick here. Meadows kicks away from Walker. That's a really good kick. He would have just wanted one more bounce on that to get it away from Walker, who really adapted himself well. But I think they'd take that position, the Broncos.
Yeah, they've had to kick long a few times in the opening 3 rounds. But he's a master at finding space, he's Meadows. You know, seen him do it in a battler shirt as they concede a penalty. That's a killer. That's a real killer, because they've doggedly hung in. And now they're going to have to do it all over again.
Ill discipline there, and a chance now for New Brown to find touch. Just does that over the head of Maludi.
Here we are, boys.
And a great opportunity here for Hull FC to open up a 2-score advantage. Sau's been busy, carries it forward. Danny Houghton waiting.
Give me a step. Hold!
Gets it away now to Lane. There's a juggle, and that's an error from Bullock. And Leyland is trying to skip away. He's going to be wrapped up on his own 10, and just what London needed.
Yeah, let off. Yeah. Look, and I know I'm focusing on this London Broncos defence, but there's a clear, as Hull FC concede a penalty. Boy, that's manna from heaven for the London Broncos. There's a hell of a lot more focus on wrapping that ball up. You can see that is really evident from the opening 7 or 8 minutes of this second half.
There's a decent carry from Story there. Earns his side a penalty, and London back up to halfway. In a really entertaining game so far. Who is going to pick up their first win of the season?
Move! Come on, Lee. Hold!
All centre field coming forward now. Inside the 30 they go. Carry from Williams. He's had a couple of big runs today, Williams. Davis finds Leyland. Leyland gets it away. Quick pass, Campagnolo. Good hands out this side to Maludi. Maludi with a big hitch step. Kicks back in field. He's turned away. 20 metres out. Good hands there from the Broncos. Best we've seen from them. And now a set restart. So another set of 6 for London and Mike Eccles' team. as they carry it forward, just taking a settler.
Yeah, they've got to take the time now and organise this attack. Which point do you want to hit? Where do you want to lay up? How do you want to combine with your fullback, your 6 and your 7?
Well, here is Meadows, takes on the line and almost got through. There was nobody there in support. Gets a quick play of the ball. They're going to try and pinch one from close in, but Hull are ready for that. And Hull will defend right on their own line, and now another penalty.
Boys,
Offside.
don't kick me down here. Don't keep giving it away.
Well, this is a huge opportunity now for
Boys.
London.
Yeah, just to spend some time down here, just, you know, set after set, and challenge Hull FC, you know, to do the same that they have to them, and that is repel and turn away these London Broncos challenges. Good defensive read on tackle 1 from Carlos Tuamivave.
Yeah, great shot on Leyland. Here now Campagnolo gets it away, carried forward.
2. Clean out. Hit the
10
line.
metres out. They've got
Hold.
options. Davis
Don't
looks
test
and
me,
goes to
boys.
his right-hand side, and they're going route 1 here. They're within a couple of metres of the line again.
Release, find the ground.
Well, they're having to work hard defensively here. They're racing off the line, and they've got a gap here. The Broncos, it's Leyland with a dummy. Cover defence gets to him. They shot out on that far side, Hull, and it might have just caught Leyland's eye. Now they're trying to burrow underneath with Davis, and he's turned away. Last one for London. Is there a kick coming at the end of this? Meadows is the go-to man. He's going to have to get the ball away. They're going to kick across the field. They're looking for Maludi. Maludi's got it, and the Broncos are going to score. Maludi cuts in to narrow the angle. Well, that was a pinpoint kick. Maludi, the former black and white, gets up highest to catch it, and the Broncos are back within 2.
Oh, what a try, what a finish. They bombed an opportunity. The play before, the Hull FC left edge had completely gone. And it was Ollie Leyland who ducked back inside. Then another attempt from close range from Sam Davis. But when it came back and Meadows managed to get the ball away to Campagnolo, this is where a bit of presence of mind, a bit of calmness comes from. And Hakim Maludi, well, that had to be perfect, and it was. And boy, have we got a ball game now. Have we got a ball game now?
We have indeed. This is a great kick. We were lucky, we've got such a high vantage point, you could almost see the play happening before it happened, but for Maludi to get up highest there, get above his man, catch it, and then have the presence of mind to cutting off the touchline as well, that is brilliant.
And you've got 2 tries for the London Broncos inside 10 minutes, both from kicks, and both from really, really clever kicks as well.
This is a big kick as well. Ollie Leyland looking to level up this game. Here he goes, and it's waved away. So 1 from 3 from the boot, and that at the moment is the difference. Leyland can't add the extras, but London back within 2.
Oh, and he kicked an absolute screamer, didn't he, from the touchline? He's missed that one, but let's focus on this kick. Wow, that was pinpoint, plucked out the air by Hakim Maludi. You know, a late addition to this London Broncos side, just ahead of the 2024 season. And that's a really significant try, key point of the game.
Stay on, boys.
2 points separating the 2 sides. We've got a really exciting last half hour or so.
We have. Maybe not quite so exciting for the big crowd here at the MKM. They're a little bit nervous. We can watch on and see it all unfold, but this has been a really spirited start to the second half for the London Broncos. And they'll be sensing that their opportunity is coming here today for a first win back in the Super League.
Another strong carry from Jordan Williams as well off the bench. I think he's really bitten down on the gum shield, and he's chewed up some meters. He's a big young lad.
Yeah, taking some putting down as well. Another good carry. They're punching holes up the middle here, London. This has been a good set. Last one. Meadows will go high. Out wide, he's looking for Kershaw on Martin. Ball bounces, and it's pounced upon. Now, well, he's going to say play on the official. And it is Martin who's happy to fall on that loose ball.
Yeah, in the corner. Next best result, though, if you can't get a try, not repeat set, you pin him in a corner, and they're doing well. They've just taken any yardage and momentum out of that set. Oh, they're giving away a penalty just too much. The referees are judged just too much in that.
You've got to release, mate.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, you can understand the frustration as well for London Broncos, because you know that never really looked to have lost momentum. Referees called held at some point in here, and the Broncos have done too much.
Yeah, frustrating.
Boys, back it up, give me a step
The
on.
adrenaline,
Thank
the
you.
blood's pumping,
Hold
they're
it up.
hunting mistakes. But Hull, what's their mindset like now? They've not had a lot of ball, have they? Ever since Jack Walker's pass was deemed forward, they've not really had it.
No, and they've relied on moments of Hull FC. You know,
Hold.
coaches talk about process, don't they? And talking
Picking it
about
up, Will.
going through sets, the process and the end result will come. Hull FC have survived this game on moments of brilliance, moments of opportunism.
Help!
They
Trying to
have
release.
indeed.
Hang on,
So,
down,
don't
he's
forget,
back
every
inside.
game live on Sky. And we're back in action on Thursday night. Hull KR Warrington. Can Hull KR bounce back after that loss yesterday? 3 games on Friday, then London Wigan and Catalans Hull KR on Saturday as well. Here's a break though, here's a check for Lingy Sal. Gets the ball away. And Brown is over at the side of the post. The whole response is instant and they extend their lead. 20 points to 14. Sal with a break. Brown with a finish.
Now there's a switch off somewhere in that London Broncos defence. And Hull FC have taken advantage. Nice piece of crafty dummy half-play from Danny Houghton to start us off. And then Lingy Sal's hit into acres of space. New Brown skips across. And it's Jordan Lane that found an inside pass called for by Lingy Sal. Now, I think it was Sam Davies who just switched off for a moment there after the ball had come back across the field. Lingy Sal into the space, then New Brown supporting to dot down to just to the right-hand side of the uprights. This will be converted, and it's those missed kicks now that are going to become even more significant, I think. But to go under untouched there, 2 players. First Lingy Sal, not a finger laid on him, and then New Brown able to dot down.
Donnell McIntosh will be hoping that this will be a straightforward 2 points for him. Kick is good, and it is 22 points to 14.
Yeah, if you might Eccles, you'll be really frustrated and disappointed with that. As I said, degree of sympathy at the start of this set from Reece Kennedy, just obviously not heard the referee's call, head buried in the tackle. But then when they got the opportunity, Lingy Sal's smart little piece of support play on the inside of Jordan Lane, and then New Brown there to mop up when the cover finally did come across. And that 8-point lead is restored.
It is, and now the pressure back on London. Good restart though, and it's not dealt with by Hull. Well, that was a great kick, bounced about a foot off the back line. Well, Walker's looking at Ashworth, and Ashworth's looking at Walker, and the ball just went straight between them.
Look, I think if any doubt, your ball catching, whose stock in trade is fielding footballs. I think Jack Walker's got to take the lead on that one. Perhaps he felt like he was carrying too much speed back towards the dead ball line. It was a really well-placed kick, wasn't it, from Ollie Leyland?
It was. Kershaw gets it and takes it up to the 20-metre line. It's London's turn to find a response. Bit of a gift set here for them, and they are now 15 away from the line. Davis to Leyland, and it's an incorrect. Oh, it's a penalty here for London, so they're going to get another set.
There's interference at the play of the ball, just too many arms on it. There's a little shove there from Jack Brown.
Boys, my patience wearing thin.
I'm frustrated with that. Here come the Broncos. Game that
Hold.
is still in the balance here. Certainly if London score next. Here's Leyland, gets it away. Campagnolo with a step, but well met. Good defence, strong defence from Hull.
Stay here. Hold. Go.
And at dummy half is Bassett, loops the pass to Leyland. He gets it away. Here's Butler. Butler is wrapped up centre field.
Let's go. Square. Hold. Go, Jack.
Broncos hunting. Here now they'll go to Leyland. Leyland turns the ball back on the angle. And the drive is about 6 away when they come to the floor. Get a decent play of the ball. They're going from right to left. They've got bodies in motion. That ball was knocked down, was it? The referee's going to say it came off a Hull defender. It was marginal.
He was under all sorts of pressure, Campagnolo, wasn't he, from New Brown?
Shot clock on.
It's that, yeah, and there is a there's a right arm of New Brown as he's going into the tackle that's just knocked that ball down. So this will be another set, a fresh set of 6.
It was a good play there. The Broncos had created numbers, but credit Brown, he got a hand in and stopped it.
The persistent with splitting the halves, though. So Campagnolo and Meadows are sat opposite sides of the ruck. I'd love to see what it looked like with them doubled up.
Well, here they are. Here is the short pass. They're trying to crash their way through. Story it is who's tackled. Hull not dealing with the kickoff, and this is the consequence now. They're penned on their own line. A couple of discrepancies and another one. Another set restart here for London. And you get the feeling if they're going to get anything out of this game, they need to make this little spell count. Here's Campagnolo now. He turned to his outside and there was nobody there and almost ducked underneath the tackle. Davis waits. Gets it away, and now they'll move it through the hands. Is the kick coming? No, they'll turn the ball back underneath here. Lovell trying to bump off 1 or 2. Going to be wrapped up. Hull so far so good defensively for them. Ball back to the centre now. Here is Campagnolo, finds Leyland, ball over the top, so they'll kick it. Maludi needs a bounce and he gets one. It's the second for Maludi. It's another London kick, and it's another London try. They do get the next points, and they're back within 1 score. Maludi's double has London back within 4.
Oh, and it was really well worked as well. Hakim Maludi showed a great work ethic there. He's gone across the play before. He's covered 50 metres one side of the field to provide a support out the back. And then he's got on his bike and got himself right back into the wing position, slotted into the wing position, and took the bounce on a lovely weighted kick from Ollie Leyland. The 3rd try from kicks, but it all started with another kick, didn't it, from the kickoff. And Jack Walker, he's not gone for that. I understand why he's seen that again. He's carrying too much speed towards the dead ball line. But I tell you what, get your depth, watch and see what the defence do, and then pick your play. Is it a pass? Is it a kick? Hakim Maludi gives Ollie Leyland a round of applause. This is all about the depth. It's all about the depth of the play because it gives you time. Gives you time to choose the options and have a look and a read at what that Hull FC defence do. That's 4 kicks, 4 tries for the London Broncos.
It is. Now this is another big kick for Leyland from the sideline. He kicked one from the other sideline. Can he add another one from this side? No, is the prompt answer to that. He kicks it away. So, well, 4 tries they've scored, but they've only converted 1 of them. Frustrating. Mike Eccles looking on. He'd be proud as punch with the response second half, but this is a big opportunity, John, now for them to go on and get that first win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stay on.
And you look at how they've finished that. It's lovely from Ollie Leyland, and he's waited for the bounce, Hakim Maludi, and look, the cameras didn't capture it. I was watching out the corner of my eye, the movement he made off the ball. He must have covered 120 metres there off the ball to get himself into one support position and then back out in an attacking outlet for Ollie Leyland. Great work, Hakim Maludi.
The Broncos have got some tough assignments coming up. Wigan and Warrington at Wimbledon in the next couple of weeks. But they might be going into those games with their first Super League win. Hull will have different ideas about that, but that's another good carry. This forward pack, they're missing quite a few of their front forward pack, but they're doing a good job here.
Yeah, the young kids that have come through are really making an impact, aren't they? In particular, when you look at Jordan Williams, the spell that he had was top draw.
It was. Last one here. Meadows has got time to run forward. Now they're going to run it. They'll get it out wide. Can they get it to an edge? No, they can't. They'll come back. Lovell is going to be forced here to offload it. Little chip over the top. Is this going out on the full? It is. And not a good end to the set. You can see why Meadows opted to go through the hands there. He thought he'd seen a gap, but they just couldn't quite finish it off.
Yeah, I think when Meadows passes, at that point, you're committing to one course of rugby, then one course of action. To try and rescue it, and it ends up in the centre's hands with a speculative kick. There's a break in play because there's a head injury assessment to Jordan Lane, who's having to leave the field.
Yeah, he's making his way off there. You just see him. Hopefully he'll be okay. Oh, it's a worry. Probably not see him back on, given the time. And now a big moment for the youngster Jack Charles, just making his way onto the field.
Yeah, so Jordan Lane's head injuries. He's in the process of making the tackle. He's just got his head in the wrong position, maybe even collected a little bit of friendly fire from Danny Houghton.
One. Move now!
Yeah, excited to see this boy. He's been given a big rap by Hull legend Paul Cook pre-game. So he's a really, really smart footballer.
There he is, the debutant. And now a 6 again, so Hull's turn to put some pressure on. They're going to work the short side here. This is a big set now for London. They got themselves back into it again. They've got to hold firm defensively.
Yeah, critical 60 seconds.
Here is Charles, takes on the line, he's wrapped up. 25 away.
Jacob, you're not there! Jacob!
Walker turns it back for Tumavave. Tumavave's, oh, he's intercepted. What a read that was, and what a catch!
I'm not sure how much of a read it was, and just he got his body in the way somehow. And Reece Kennedy comes up with possession for the Broncos. It was a poor pass, wasn't it? It was a poor pass from Carlos Tumavave.
Well, what a let-off that is. As here now come forward the Broncos, just short of the halfway line. Offload, oh, is that picked up by Hull? It is. Well, that was unnecessary. And now Hull have got possession back, and they'll start, and they're going to get a penalty here, and it could be a problem for London. It's a high tackle. That offload never felt like it was on.
I don't know. Will Lovell's a really experienced player. I'm not sure why you try and push the offload. Mid-set, exactly mid-set, midfield. There's not an awful lot to gain from that. There really isn't. And that's the penalty for the high shot.
Kennedy it was. They haven't forgotten in this part of the world that he represented the Robins last season. So Hull, I think topsy-turvy this. They had a chance, gave it away. Now the Broncos have given them the ball back. And London have got to defend again here. Another. Oh, he's going to go make him play the ball back there, Jack Brown. He said he's moved forward. So bit of a reprieve for London. Here goes Ashworth now. Good hands, gets the ball away. Sow out the back. Good pass. Here's Martin. Oh, he's dropped it. He's dropped it. And Hull have just missed a great opportunity. And Kershaw comes forward and he's wrapped up. It seems at the moment, John, nobody can get to the end of a set.
Yeah, and you look in defence of Lewis Martin, you say obviously he's got to hold on to that ball, but he was in the process of adjusting that for the try-scoring moment because he knows he's short of room and he's going to be short of time. That ball needed to be in the left hand in order to score and prevent any defenders from coming across. So I understand what he's trying to do. But, oh boy, London Broncos let off the hook again by Hull FC.
Oh, well, here it is again, the chance.
Yeah, he's just trying to adjust it, I think.
That angle showed that was a very good opportunity. Still would have taken some scoring. But we're a one-score game, and here come the Broncos. Great read, great race out of the line from McIntosh there. Needed to make that tackle and did.
Marcus Stock's providing a good link, isn't he, in the midfield? Good pass through the ball, and that's a penalty, clear penalty, legs above the horizontal. And Jack Brown might be saying how. Well, that's a pretty clear penalty. Good news is that Marcus Stock is back up and on his feet. You know, no real damage done, but they're dangerous positions, those. You can't put players in positions like that.
Well, the video ref has had a look at that, John, and he said that the player landed on his arm and the penalty is sufficient.
Yeah, that's the correct decision if that's what a video referee has seen. As soon as you take a player above the horizontal, so his legs are above his torso, it becomes a very vulnerable position for a ball carrier to be in.
Yeah, thankfully no injury, and we play on. As now Davis goes down the short side and almost breaks through the line. He'll get an offload away, but it's not free. Great tackle comes in there. And it was the halfback Smith that made the tackle to knock the ball loose, and London turned down an opportunity.
Yeah, just getting overexcited, aren't they? They're going when stuff's not quite on. I mean, you know, flick pass out the back, first tackle. That's not the way to go when you're in the position you are.
These type of games must be an absolute nightmare for the coaches. And Mike Eccles will be going grey by the second. His side have given away another penalty. It's been helter-skelter stuff, hasn't it, second half? It almost just needs a calm head, doesn't it, to slow things down?
Yeah, and that's it. You know, both London and Hull FC have shown when they've had those periods of composure, that's where they've come up with the goods. And you look at, arguably the best passage of play in that second half so far has been the build-up to New Brown's try. Couple of passes, skip back on the inside, and then Lingy Sal's go through it, and Aiken same can be said for the Broncos' 3 tries. Each of those have come from a bit of composure.
Here's Ashworth. Fires the pass again to Brown, and it wasn't probably on. Certainly not at the pace that the pass was supplied, and Ash was furious.
Well, again, you look at this and you go, right, the game's here for someone. Currently, Hull FC are defending or nursing a very uncomfortable-looking 4-point lead.
Yeah.
We're approaching the last 10 minutes of the game. The Broncos have survived all sorts of stuff, but then they just come the architects of their own downfall very often. You had Will Lovell mid-set trying to find an offload out of nothing. Sam Davis last set, second play of a set of 6 in great position.
So the next 5 for Hull FC. Next weekend they go to the south of France to take on the Dragons. Lee at home, and then they're going across the city for a second derby of the season at Hull KR, and they follow out with Huddersfield and a trip to St Helens. So some tough looking fixtures there.
Trap, you're moving forward.
London working their way forward now, just shy of halfway. Will those missed goal kicks cost? Here's Meadows going into the line, gets it away to Lovell. Just short of the Hull FC 40-metre line. Back to the centre. Here they go now. Campagnolo, short pass, well read defensively there. Good work from Charles. This is the last tackle. There's a bit of cramp there for Jacob Jones. Ball goes to Campagnolo, goes high. The chasers are coming, but Walker's got time. Walker sees them coming. Step past 1, can't step past 2. Good kick return there. Walker sought to get to his feet. He wanted a penalty and didn't get one.
Well, it's really dangerous, isn't he? I mean, it should have been at the very least a set real, full penalty now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you could see why Bassett's held on to him just for that extra half a second, because he knows that the entire set then is at risk.
Well, they're up to the halfway already. They're moving it wide. Hull, can they put this one to bed inside the final 10? Ball with New Brown. Settle 10 metres over the halfway line. Last one. London have got to stay clean there, and they do. High kick. Here's Maludi. Oh, he's dropped it. He's dropped it. And now, the penalty. I think the referee's going to say they were offside there. Hull potentially. Well, Maludi's got lucky. He's at fullback now, it seems. There's been another reshuffle for the London Broncos, and Hull are furious here. And you can clearly see the referee saying they were offside.
Offside and within 10, and that's the call. So another reprieve for the Broncos. Yes, it's the players on the inside, I think, that are offside, and then within that 10-metre area. So they might not be actively challenging for the ball, or even in the eye line of Hakim Maludi. But this is the nature of the rule that we've got at the moment. Offside and within 10.
Well, if you know you're in offside position, you've got a duty of care to make sure you don't get within 10 metres of the ball. They didn't do that, and they pay the penalty. And London have got another opportunity here. Ball working its way across the field. They have got some tough old games coming up. They've dropped the ball on the far side. They've got Wigan and Warrington at home, then Huddersfield, Hull KR and Salford to come. But just latterly here, John, they're just losing their way a little bit. They were getting to the end of sets earlier on. Now they're not quite getting that way. And looking at those fixtures, they'll want to win here to go into those games.
Yeah, look, either way, they're going to go into the what comes next with a much higher degree of confidence. Concern for Stock here as he's receiving some treatment. But yeah, they'll go into it, whatever the result today, with a great deal more confidence, self-belief, and actually knowledge and understanding of how the kind of attacking units are set up. But Mike Eccles will be really frustrated with the way that the last kind of 10 minutes has played out when they've had possession, because I think they've wasted it. They've stymied an awful lot of chances. Forced offloads, forced passes.
Yeah. Are we seeing maybe the effects of the loss of Dean Parata? Went off with that head injury inside 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, fatigue will certainly play a part in that, and the amount of defence they've had to do. And defence on defence as well, repeat sets. They've had set restarts they've had to defend against.
It also just means the calm. He would have his hands on the ball pretty much every tackle, wouldn't he? When you lose a player like that, you can lose your way a little bit. Tony Smith watched the game down at pitch side today, which is interesting. He's normally high up, isn't he, in the stand, but he's been down there. Well, here come London. They have got the ball back here, and here's Ilyas Makani. Makani on as a sub. He works it forward, so London will get another set here.
Well, they've got possession, obviously, because there's judged to have been a hand in during that pass attempt to Lee Kershaw.
Leave the ball.
So they're 20 metres away here. Are they going to level it up? Couldn't rule out golden point at this moment in time as they race off the line far side. Kershaw's got it. He's lost it. He's running away from the try line, and Hull have picked it up. Oh, dearie me, the Broncos can't get to the end of a set again, and the cheer here was as good as all FC tried.
Well, you talk about coaches aging. Blimey. I mean, under no, running backwards, and I don't know what the attempt is there to pass or what. I've no idea, but to give up possession so easily in such a good position.
Another chance has been and gone. I think since they got that try with Hakim Maloudi, they haven't really completed a set, have they, down that end of the field? Here's Brown. A Hull try surely wraps up the first win of the season for Tony Smith's side. Last one for them. Here now. They're going to run it here with Sal. Gets the arm interception. Oh, can they go the length of the field here? There's a chance for Story. What, they're getting back. Russell's getting back. Story to level it up. He's got there. The Broncos level it up. And they're going to have a kick to go in front. What a moment for Robbie Story. Races 90 metres to score. And we are all level here. 22 points apiece.
Well, you talk about moments in matches. He's had a mixed bag, hasn't he, Robbie Story? But he showed great pace and great determination. He knew who was chasing him right from the early start, and it's a forced offload from Lingy Sao. Again overplaying, and he's pinned his ears back, and he's desperately hoping that Matty Russell is not going to catch him. What a finish. We are set up. 5 minutes to go. Kick all square. The last time that Ollie Leyland was in this position, ready to kick, he bounced it off the crossbar for a conversion, but his kick conversion rate is not strong, is it? Wow, what another moment. What another moment.
Well, he scored at St Helens in round one, and he scored again. There'll be some deep breaths going in there, and rightly so. And this is the kick for Leyland, who's just stretching off the cast over on the far touchline. Well, we mentioned the thought of golden point. It's not far away now. 1 from 4 for Leyland. This is as tough as they come. He landed one from the crossbar. From this angle, can he slot over this kick? Right on the touchline to put the Broncos in front. The crowd's quiet because the flags have gone up, and Leyland has nailed it. And London are 4 minutes away, and Leyland's giving it the big one. The Broncos are in front.
Well, 2 touchline conversions and missed everything else. And he's got a lot more height on this one. He's giving it a much better chance. Well, let's see. I've got 4 minutes to respond here. Otherwise, they're looking at 0 from 3 as Robbie Story streaks away. This was to level the scores. Short kick-off.
Yeah, they've gone short. It's batted back, and it's knocked down, and Hull are going to get it back here. And I just wonder there, John, if the London player couldn't have just called that instead of batting it down.
Yeah, if you can get to it to bat it, you can get to it to catch it. That's what I was always told. And they're straight on the defensive. Right, Hull FC, what have you got? What's your constitution like?
Yeah.
What more important, what's your execution like?
Yeah, maybe it was just maybe a bit too high to catch, and you can understand why the effort was made. But here, Hull now have got it back. It's been topsy-turvy here. Here's the young boy Charles, set restart for Hull. They maybe would have wanted a penalty to level up, but a try will win it. Oh, it's an incorrect play of the ball. An incorrect play of the ball from Hull FC. And another big opportunity slips through the hands of the black and whites. And London now are closing in on victory.
Oh, if he could have his time again. but the London Broncos, it's Ockenbaugh who's playing. It was a scrappy playing the ball, wasn't it? Now the Broncos, look, your senior figures in this group, they're within touching distance of their first Super League points. The senior figures in this group have got to say, you take your time, you complete your set. Take your time, complete your set, and drill it into these kids. No offloads, no forced offloads, no forced passes.
Probably going to get 2 more sets, Hull, to win this game, or take it to golden point, which right now they probably would take. Lovell was looking at the official there. He thought that was a high tackle. It's not given. So London are working their way forward. And as John said, no nonsense. They're going to kick for the 40-20. Hasn't quite got the distance. It was a good effort, and it just falls outside the 20, and Hull will get it back.
Well, it's just about enough. But, you know, unlike the old days when you used to burn 30 seconds by doing that, you know, this game is a lot quicker now. That would, you know, I think you would have gone if you'd have choose his angle again. Obviously, 40-20 is what he's looking for, but failing that, let's shallow the angle a bit and roll it in the in goal.
Here come Hull. Bullock drives it forward. 5 short of the halfway. 2 sets potentially left for Tony Smith's side, who are going through the hands here. Half a line break. Walker gets the ball back. Hull not done yet. Ball comes back to Brown. Brown sidestepping his way forward up the middle. Can't find a pass. 25 away. Hatton picks it up. Gets it away now. Here's Charles. Charles with a stop. And he's tackled 15 metres out from the line. London desperate here. Can Hull open them up and win the match? We're almost in golden point now, because if Hull score, surely they win. Last tackle. They're going to that far side with Smith. Smith with a step. Reaching up. Scores! Morgan Smith with the try. Surely the winning for Hull FC. He stepped out of 2 tight tackles and had the strength to dive over. The MKM in raptures. London fall to their knees. Hull are going to win it. Late.
It's fatigue. It's what we were talking about, the amount of energy that the London Broncos have burnt in the first and second quarters of this game. And it's just repeat effort on repeat effort, as finely told. Morgan Smith does well to step out of a couple of tackles, but there are some tired bodies there on goal line defence for the London Broncos. Some reaching arms, some desperate last-ditch grabs, but Morgan Smith gets over. He knows the importance of that.
Has he got a bit lucky there? Because he should have been tackled. It looked like the play was coming to an end. Mike Eccles looking on. He'll be devastated.
Yeah, look, initially he will be. He'll be devastated for the next 12 hours. But I think if you take a longer-term view on this, and the London Broncos are going to have to take a longer-term view on this, they've taken a huge step forward today.
They have. Well, Tony Smith will be a relief man, that is for sure. His side were pushed right to the end. And Morgan Smith, a former London player, is the player that beats them here at the MKM Stadium. They were in front inside the final 2 minutes, London, but Hull have snatched it right at the death. And Darnell McIntosh doing the right thing here, taking every single second he can to add what should be a straightforward goal kick and wrap up the victory. The kick is good. 28 points to 24. Well, it's been helter-skelter stuff, but Tony Smith's side are seconds away from a first Super League win of the season.
Yeah, the Broncos are crestfallen. Tony Smith, there'll be plenty for him to consider, but Mike Eccles and the Broncos on the field, certainly, they look crestfallen. What a time to concede. They put themselves in a match-winning position, and in the most dramatic of fashions. This will be, look, it'll be a short kick-off and a Hail Mary, this.
Yeah, 1 tackle left in this match. London will go, oh, that's not short enough, is it? Ockenbaugh, well, they're offside London from the kick-off, so that will be it. The siren will go in the background, and it is a relieved crowd here at the MKM Stadium. We have still got to finalise with 1 more tackle, but London have pushed Hull all the way. A brave, brave effort. Robbie Story's interception looked to have won it late on, but Hull, with Morgan Smith, have found a way to win. What a game. Topsy-turvy, entertaining, thrills and spills. There's got to be a loser. Sadly, it's London.
Yeah. Look, let's give Hull FC some credit first. You know, I think they've really